Coach.
It's Grado here.
We just here, giving y'all that Monday night recap, plus a few injury updates today.
I like those 2 Monday night games. Those are nice.
Yeah, man. You had anybody playing in a Monday night game?
I had A.J. Brown. He let me down, but I'm, not losing hope yet on him. I think it was just a bad game for him. Also had, that's it. That's the only guy I had playing last night.
Oh, really?
How about you?
Man, I had Ryan Tannehill and McManus. So McManus came. He didn't. At least
it wasn't Gostkowski.
That boy. If y'all didn't see the game last night, Gostkowski missed 4 kicks, three field goals, and 1 extra point.
He
it was
did
pretty
hit
bad.
the game winner though.
But he did hit the fucking game winner.
He did.
So
he redeemed himself.
That's all you can ask for. So, G, you want to hit us with our first news of the day?
First news of the day: Michael Thomas, his high ankle sprain is worse to be thought. So he's gonna probably miss about 4 to 5 weeks now. I'm not a doctor, but I think he's gonna be out your lineups for at least 2 weeks. So you need to plan accordingly. You may need to pick up a upside receiver this week instead of that running back, because you're probably gonna be because you drafted Michael Thomas high, you're missing your number one now. So hopefully you got another tight end. Another receiver to put in his place. If you don't, we got a list of some top ads this week for you later on in the show. What's up with the next news of the day?
Lamel from jail. Ain't no hope for Bill. That boy Le'Veon Bell, man, on IR, man.
I could have seen this coming.
Minimum 5 weeks.
That's why I stayed away.
Trade talk coming up too. I also stayed away from Lev Bell. I got we in 5 different leagues, and neither one of us picked up Lev Bell.
He would have had to drop to like the 7th, 8th round for me to even think about it.
Yes, sir. So
just because I had a feeling he's gonna get, something's gonna happen. He just doesn't get along with that coaching staff, and I think he might get traded, man. How about you, man?
My bad. Breathe. All right, just breathe, man. Fab style. All right. So yeah, same with you, man. I was cautious to Lev Bell for the coach. I don't know how he's still there.
Yeah, man. That coach he's bad, man.
Yeah, man.
That's probably the worst coach in the NFL.
I've never heard like the whole squad just talk about the coach. Like he ain't giving y'all energy, he ain't giving y'all motivation, he ain't changing the playbook. Like he just I don't know. It's like he Fredo Corleone. It's like he collecting a check. He ain't the best member of the Corleone family, but the name hold weight or some shit. But like
when they had Jamal Adams come out, it's like say all that stuff. I think that was just like the tip of the iceberg of what's really going on over there. I think the team pretty much kind of hates him. I bet.
Yeah, man. I heard something. I think earlier today, something about Adam Gates was almost taking blame for the injury because like Bell got hit or hurt something like that, and they sent him back out.
He sent him back out there again. You know why? Because he don't like him. He wants them to get hurt, so you don't have to fucking play him.
You have 1.5 stars on your offense, and you send one out there to get popped. Like, yeah, man, like you gotta go, bro. Like you just got that's what is your team without Lev Bell now? Like,
you know what they got though, huh?
Oh God, Bilal.
They got the Bellagio back.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Bellagio. It's Atlantic City. And the Jets.
If y'all don't remember, Bellagio was the dude who played for, I believe, the Dolphins.
And he's that guy that ducked out of the way when the ball came his way. He's it's a forever rememberable type of moment. He completely ducked out of the way when the ball came to him. It was pretty funny. But he's been out the league since this last year. But guess what? Adam Gase found him. He brought him back. So, I don't know. I'm not expecting big things.
Adam Gates about to lose his job, bro. It's like he's trying to lose. It's like George Bush, just like George W. out there, man.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? He was a good coordinator when he had Peyton Manning.
You don't say.
He was good then.
You don't say.
Yeah, he hasn't done shit since then, man.
So moving on to the next news, man. Allen Robinson. You want to talk about that one, G?
Yeah, Allen Robinson has completely unfollowed the Bears on his social media. That's kind of the new way these guys kind of ask out. They kind of just unfollow you on Facebook and all that, Twitter. He said he wants to get paid a lot like a top flight receiver. He deserves to get paid in that offense because he is the best player on that team.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
On that offense, I should say. He's a free agent next year as well, so it'll be smart for the Bears to take care of him. If not, flip him, man. Trade him somewhere, get something for him. You can probably get a second, third round pick for him right now. You know, man, the Bears ain't gonna win the Super Bowl either. So, you know, just plan ahead for the future. You know, you kind of need to address that QB spot too. So, you know, flip Robinson, get another draft pick. You know, you might be able to find a new quarterback.
Me personally, yeah, like I don't like commotion. Like boys want to go get and trade and all that shit. When like shit like that start hitting the fan, oh, I'm about to move off you real quick, homeboy.
Yeah.
Like just like that little Bell bitching and shit. That's why I can't draft you, man. Boys over there bitching. Coach don't like nobody. I don't like the coach. I ain't got time for that shit, homeboy. Look at that. First goddamn week of the motherfucking season. He out. So just like this Allen Robinson shit. Oh, you don't want to be here, huh? Oh, you want to? Okay.
That makes me worried about him too because I got him in 2 leagues. So you know, man, he was one of those guys that he's a top 12, 15 receiver, but you can get him late. So I was kind of high on him, but
what you gonna do now?
I just gotta hold him. I'm not gonna sell him for low. Plus he
what
might.
You can sell him for high?
I doubt I can sell him high. But what if he got traded to the Texans or somebody? That'd be nice. Then I would sell him high.
Boy, came through with that Texans love real quick.
I would sell him high after that. But yeah, he has a chance to go somewhere, man. There's a lot of teams that can use a good receiver, and he's definitely a darn good receiver, man. So I would, if it was me, if I was the Bears, I would personally just flip him. Flip him, get a draft pick. Build y'all need to build for the future. Like I said, that team ain't going nowhere no time soon. How about the next news of the day?
The damn 49ers signed Mohamed Sanu.
Yeah. Last year, this is another guy that was off the waiver wire. Man, he was a free agent. This signing is pretty worrying to me because of Kittle. I don't think that they would go out there and get Mohamed Sanu the second week of the season if Kittle and everything was straight.
The boy also out too, man.
Plus Debo's on IR too. We forgot to mention that. They said the real reason why they put him on IR is because he was running the other day, and he just felt it felt worse the next day. Like his foot got bad, so they just completely shut him down. If you have him in a redraft league, I would cut him. He's probably not going to be out there for quite a while, so you need to go on and move on, find somebody else because, man, they're going to take their time with him now. They're not going to rush him back. I think the soonest we see him is week 9.
Yeah, if you're gonna keep a league or something like that, and you can somehow
definitely
keep the man, just stash him.
Put him on your IR.
But as far as like a year-to-year league, nah, man, you ain't got time for
losses.
that. Yeah, like my brother saying, 8 weeks. You ain't
8
got time
weeks,
for
man.
You ain't got time for an 8-week maybe. It ain't a suspension. It
sure
ain't
about that?
Huh?
You sure about that?
What you mean?
Man, he did have hope for Antonio.
Oh yeah, had hope for Antonio. Hey, start of the season, you know what I'm saying? New year, you got little hopes and dreams real quick. But you got to come to reality. You know what I'm saying?
Even once he has to get a team first, then
he got to get a team and the suspension. I understand.
And then the suspension starts. The suspension ain't going on now. It's going on when he gets signed. But yeah, that shit was funny.
That shit was fucked up. But it was funny though.
And moving along to the injury update, man. I hate to see it, but there was a lot of injuries this weekend, man.
A lot.
Yeah, this is kind of what I predicted. There hasn't been a training camp. A lot of these dudes have not really hit in pads fully, and then plus they're going full on out to a full game. And we've seen some tough injuries last week. Marlon Mack is done for the year.
I had Marlon Mack.
Ooh, man, I'm kind of glad I avoided him this year. Marlon Mack is my boy, but he always went too early. But I do got Jonathan Taylor in 2 leagues. Yeah, buddy, man.
Good for you, brother. Good
I think
for you,
Jonathan
man.
Taylor is going to explode. If you can get him on your team, I would pay not second round value, but I'll pay about third. Probably second round value because I drafted him in the 3rd round. I had to get him early in 1 league, so because I wanted to make sure I got him. But
what running back would you give up for him?
I would need something really good. Because I see that team, they have one of the best O-lines in the league. Taylor is like Derrick Henry kind of as far as just the physical guy. He's just a physical guy that runs fast and he's strong as fuck. And he got some PPR work last week. He had 6 catches. So, I don't know. It would take a lot, man. Honestly, I honestly wouldn't trade him.
Oh,
it would take a deal. I would need
like Chubb. What about Chubb?
Fuck no. I wouldn't even. That'd be declined. Instant decline.
I want y'all to understand what he just said. That's the no. Nick Chubb is still no.
I would rather
you come
have
with
him.
Aaron Jones.
No.
Aaron Jones is a no.
Aaron Jones would be a no.
So
too.
you saying that boy got to come with that Morrow?
Morrow, I think Alvin's too much, but he's in that second tier. I would need I wouldn't take Joe Mixon for him either. I would need
he need that Jacob.
Jacobs is probably too high too, but I would take Jacobs and Kamara, but I just don't think that someone would offer that. I would need a top end receiver. I would take you give me Devontae or somebody like that. I would take that D-Hop, but I honestly think by the end of this year, Taylor's going to be up there in that top 8.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor. If you got Jonathan Taylor, you got you a.
He got hurt.
You got you a gym, bro.
Week 2, this man has taken over the job. Everyone drafted this man believing he would take the job eventually.
Maybe week 5 or something like that. But
week
now it's about to
5,
be week 2, and he about to put on for his motherfucking
He about to
city.
take Marlon Mack is completely out the picture.
That boy about to say completely.
He's
fucked.
He is, man. He's about to. He's going to boom, man. Plus, Phillip Rivers loves to hand off that ball. I think
he's an old quarterback. He about to hand that hoe off.
I think he's going to be better than Melvin Gordon last year. Much better, because just on that team, he likes to get his running backs involved. He targets his running backs 35% of the time, and that's a lot. So, yeah, if you have Jonathan Taylor, get him on your. Try to make some trades, man. Just try to get him out there. A lot of people still don't know what they got with him. But, in a couple weeks, they will know.
They will after the show.
They will after this show, man. Especially next week, he probably going to get about at least 100 yards rushing. I think he's going to get about 18 to 20 carries a week. What he does with those carries, though, I think he's going to be he's going to be real efficient. Because just that offensive line is so good, you can put pretty much anybody back there. You can put Devontae Freeman back there, and he would ball out. He's kind of lost his step a little bit, but
you get the point.
You get the point. Yeah. Moving on to your boy.
Number 3 on the list, Blake Jarwin. I literally picked this man up off the waiver wire. He gave me 3 points.
And dipped.
But, hey, he didn't give me no goose egg.
No
but,
goose
yeah,
egg,
that hurt right there. Out for the season. That's the tight end for the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
The backup came in, Schobert or something like that. I don't believe it. I don't know if I got that correct. Did horrible. They had a lot of. He just couldn't catch.
Just means more targets for CeeDee Lamb and Gallup. I think,
about to step
and Zeke.
up. Yeah.
All 3 of them are going to get an increased target share now with him out. Moving on to our number 4. It's Jarvis Landry. He's questionable for Thursday night's game. He had that hip, that hip procedure in the offseason, so he said he's still having some problems with that. So with him being out, it gives a bump to Odell, but I don't even know if that matters at this point.
Because Baker sucks.
Because Baker don't look like that guy. Baker has lost his accuracy. They honestly may be in the hunt for Lawrence next year. They might be, man. That team looked like it wasn't even ready.
That's all they missing, bro. I mean, I know every team, they say, they're missing a quarterback, but all them damn weapons over there, oh, my God. If they had somebody, if they had a B-minus quarterback.
If I was a GM of a team, I would draft a QB every year until I had my guy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got, man, if you don't have your QB, you don't got shit.
Like motherfucker.
There's only 2 or 3 teams that in NFL that have won it, not because of their quarterback.
Had a cold-ass defense and maybe a good running back or some shit like that.
Yeah, but you got to have competent QB play, and Baker's not been that, I don't know. I really hope he pulls it together, but,
people
we'll
love
see.
the Browns, man. People want to see the Browns succeed, man.
They got a good team over there, man. They got a lot of talent on that. They have probably one of the most talented teams in the league. Man. Just that QB, man. He got to pull that together, man.
Set that shit the fuck up. We rooting for you, but step that shit up, B.
Yeah. And moving along, we didn't really talk about George Kittle too much, but he has a sprained left knee. I believe he will play next week. It's just one of them things that's going to slow him down a little bit. But Kittle's a gamer, But the signing of Sanu is kind of worrisome with him. That's kind of like a red flag with that. But moving on to your boy.
Phillip Lindsay, man. Boy got turf toe. Getting an MRI today. I had him in the Monday night game.
Turf toe is no bitch, man. It kept Devontae Adams out 5 weeks last year. So, especially on the RB, that's kind of
That's what they do, man. They running.
Melvin is going way up.
You got Melvin Gordon. Your stock has just went up, sir.
Yes, you did. You know, you might be able to go out there and make a trade for him. You know, I would honestly recommend that if you could. You know, because I think Melvin is going to get a lot more work now.
Heck yeah, nobody. Royce, Rolls Royce Freeman, he ain't part of the package right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah,
he ain't it.
Yeah, they got a second year quarterback who he looking okay, but he ain't showed me nothing amazing yet.
I drafted him in like the 4th, 5th round that year that him and Lindsey were both rookies. I picked the wrong guy. Lindsey was like a fucking free agent. You know, man, he was on waivers until the season started. Yeah, that shit sucks. I missed on that one. And moving on to Devontae Parker, man, he re-aggravated his hamstring. I honestly think he's going to be out for about 4 to 5 weeks now. Man, they're going to take their time with him. If Preston Williams is out there on waivers, go out there and get him. Because I think Devontae will miss a good amount of time. Because this is the same hamstring he hurt in the preseason.
Also got Devontae Parker.
Would you drop him?
I wouldn't drop him because he's one of my keeper players. So I wouldn't drop him just based on,
Devontae a keeper? God.
Hey, I ain't worth too much money.
He kept Devontae Parker?
Hey, look here, bro.
Really?
Picked up for $5. Whoop-de-doo, bro.
$5 is still
$5.
And he's hurt already.
See what that's why I'm not dropping him, because I spent $5 on you, sir. Like Michelle Ken, I got 5 fights left in you, man.
Hey, man, you better try to. Hey, if he maybe have him as a $5 keeper, try to flip him, man, because I guarantee you the next man ain't gonna keep him next year. And I know
might
you
not
ain't.
be that. No, I'm not. Before I can even get it out here, renew.
And you ain't keeping him, so hey, man, just
Flip
try to
Devontae.
flip Devontae, man. That's my solid advice to you. Try to trade that man for something. Say, hey, he's a keeper. But yeah, man, Devontae, yeah. I got him in my one redraft league. I'm thinking about dropping him. I really am. I would rather have Paris Campbell, I think, at this point.
He's had one good year out of his whole career, and that was last year. And he's always been injury prone. He's got an injury.
That one good year is when he wanted to get paid.
Yeah, man.
So I'm honestly, now that I'm thinking, I'm trying to sell him for Hawkinson. That don't happen, I'm gonna cut him.
That's it. It's Hawkinson or bust.
Hawkinson or bust, man. I want the Hawk. But yeah, moving along to the last guy of the injury update, James Conner, man. Sorry to hear about James Conner, man. He has a high ankle sprain. I honestly think he's not playing next week. I don't think he's playing for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think they're going to try to save him for the playoffs. They're not going to really rush him back because they have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year. So I think they're going to have kick lows on him.
Yeah, man. That defense A1. They got Big Ben back.
He looked slow last night too, man. You know, man, he was in the game. He didn't look like Conner of old. You know, he kind of looked a little slow, to be honest with you. You know, he wasn't really. You know, he didn't really have that many yards.
I think he was like six carries for 9 yards or something like that. Like, he didn't do shit.
Yeah, he didn't really do much at all.
Yeah, man.
Like that was a bad game for him. He had 6 of 9 yards, 2 catches for 8 yards.
Boom. What didn't give you 20 yards of offense?
And he had 6 carries out there, and that Giant defense ain't just known to be a headhunter. You know, so that defense ain't just the best in the world.
You can't run the Giants, y'all got an issue. Y'all got something y'all need to talk about.
Exactly. So I don't know, Conner. He's kind of. I would try to sell him for anything, pretty much. Man,
anything?
Anything.
Can you get these people the round pick? Like
10th round value? If you can get 10th round
10th round value?
Dude in the city took him in the 2nd round. I was fucking laughing my ass off. That fucking 12-1, I was like, what the fuck? He got, I forget who his number 1 is. But
damn.
He got Conner in the 2nd. I was like, God
stupid
damn,
motherfucker.
that fool is going.
Appreciate that, though.
Appreciate you.
That's probably how I got fucking Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round.
That's probably how, but I would never even think about drafting Conner in the 2nd.
Hey, appreciate you, homeboy. You probably the reason I got Lamar Jackson in the 2nd motherfucking round, dog. Thank you, dog.
But yeah, Conner, man, I don't know. Try to get something for him, but I honestly don't think we're going to see him until week 5. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that they're going to rush him because they took him out the game and they took away his helmet. You know, that's not like he didn't go back out there and play on it. So that's something that's kind of, you know, that was a big injury.
Plus, you know, the boy Benny Snell came out there and did his motherfucking thing.
Benny Snell,
So-
I think he's going to be we're going to talk about him later in a second. Well, we're going to talk about him right now, to be honest with you, because
He coming up in a
He's
couple
coming
minutes.
up next.
Don't you run nowhere. It's about to
Yeah.
be Benny Snell time. So,
yeah, but he had an awesome game though. Let's
Yeah,
go on
man.
and mention him since we're on the Connor thing.
so right now we're about to run into our little top ads of the week. These are
Top ads, man.
These are our top waiver picks of the week.
These
Well,
are
let's-
Warriors of the week right here.
There you go. Our
Maybe
Warriors
the
of the
season.
week. Maybe the season, depending on how they change the game for
Yeah,
you.
exactly, man.
So we're just about to slide into it. G, you want to start it off?
I believe the number one Warrior of the week is Nyheim Hines. Last week he had 28 yards on 7 rushes, but where he got his real value, he had 8 receptions, 45 yards, and a touchdown. He also had a touchdown on the ground as well. This guy is going to be the new Austin Eckler. I totally see it. Phillip Rivers loves targeting his receivers, his running backs. So if you can get in on him now, he's going to be fully involved in this offense throughout the entirety of the season. I don't see his role going away. So I think if you get him, he'll be a solid flex all year. In a PPR league, he may move up to a running back 2. But,
Yeah.
you know, he would definitely be my number 1 because I see him keeping the role. He's not going to lose his role, I don't believe. He's always going to be that pass-catching back.
Yeah, Hines was there last year. You know what I'm saying? He came back with the same role. As you can see, he got a touchdown in the air and he got one on the ground. So he's part of the motherfucking offense. And on top of that, you know, Marlon Mack just, you know, he's
out the picture
so
now.
that's just Taylor and Hines right now.
They're not going to give everything to a rookie running back.
Yeah.
Even though they did get him in the second round, and he's going to be that guy, I think Nyheim Hines is going to be a very valuable piece to have, like just to have on your team.
They're
You
about
know?
to 1-2 punch your ass. You about to have a flex with a high ceiling.
I think this is going to be the new Melvin Ingram. They're going to kind of split it like that. They got their old quarterback,
You
so
mean Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler?
Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler. It's going to be like that, but it's going to be, Taylor will have the Gordon role.
He can do
Hines
that
will
heavy
have
work,
he's going to have the other role. But I think it's going to be really valuable. Hines may end up getting like 80 catches, 80, 75 catches this year. He's going to have a monster year. Go on and make him your number 1 priority, especially in PPR leagues.
Yeah, man. So, number 2 on the list, Malcolm Brown, running back of the L.A. Rams. Boy went out there and did his thing. They drafted Cam Akers this year, but this weekend, he had 18 attempts, 79 yards, and 2 TDs. He was 3 receptions for 31 yards. This man was out there beasting. I watched that game.
So he had 100 total yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir. That boy's out there
That's good.
beasting, man. Like, he
He's
was
doing
doing
his
his
thing.
thing. Yeah, they got Cam, and yeah, they got was it Reynolds, I believe?
No, Henderson.
Henderson. There you go.
Daryl
Okay, thank
Henderson.
you. Got
Daryl Henderson, if he's on your team, drop him.
Yeah.
Daryl Henderson is gone.
They faked that man out last night.
I spent a 9th round pick on that guy. I'm going to go on and cut him for one of these top 3 guys.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things. This year, once you see somebody, don't hold on to anybody this year because there's going to be so many injuries. Look at this first week. Once you see something, go on and get that next guy on waivers. Just move along to the next guy,
Yeah, man. I got Brown on one of my keeper squads. I just drafted him a couple of days ago. So I'm going to roll with Brown just because this is a deep league and running backs have been dropping like flies. If, I ain't going to lie, if Akers takes over for like a couple of weeks or something like that.
That's what I see happening with this offense.
Hey, hold on.
Honestly, you
You
should
want
try.
Brown? You want him? Hold on.
You should try to flip him. Because I do see Malcolm Brown losing this role in about 4 to 5 weeks. I see him losing the job to Cam Akers just because they spent such high draft capital on him, and they want to get him more involved. It's going to take some weeks, but once he gets up to speed, I see them starting to slowly phase out Malcolm Brown. That's why he's number 2 on this list. Hines is going to be that guy.
Hines is established.
Hines is going to be there. He's going to be there for you in the playoffs. In like the fantasy playoffs. He's going to have his role if he stays healthy. But, disclaimer. Hopefully he does. But yeah, Brown is just going to be that guy he's going to get you through that first half of the year. The second half and the third half, I honestly, you may be dropping him. So
I feel you on that 100%.
Moving
Move
along
along.
to the next guy, Benny Snell. He had 19 rushes for 113 yards, man. He really stepped up and took over the show. Really glad I drafted him on my dynasty team the other day. I was like, because all the running backs were taken, and I just put Debo on IR. And I was like, I had an open spot. I was like looking at the running backs. I was like, who should I get? I pretty much got 4 of these guys on this list already. But Benny Snell is out there. He's like, you know what? Connor gets hurt a lot. Me go on
just click, light bulb.
just
boom.
clicked. Let me go on and get it. And I did that on Thursday.
Mm.
So yeah, I went ahead and added Benny Snell to the team. Got him for free.
Congratulations.
Yeah, buddy. I think he's gonna have a nice workload for the next 3 or 4. He's another first half player. But again, if this thing with Connor is more serious, you may have a league winner.
So I'm gonna say it just how my brother said it. If Snell go out there and regulate for about 3 weeks, and then Connor pop back up and go hard, if you got room, keep Snell. Keep Snell.
Because he always can get hurt.
Yeah, because Connor might go out there and regulate for about 4 weeks, and then he back on that bench. I ain't saying that. Knock on wood. I hope that happen to the man.
But he has a history of it.
Yeah, you got a history of that, and then boom, you got you a playoff ready Snell. Fresh.
Snell needs to be on your roster for the rest of the season. He's
Yep.
one of those guys.
He insurance policy.
He's an insurance
He like
policy.
Madison and them.
He's a high upside play, and he's seen what he could do when he got the role. You know, Tomlin loves having that one receiver. He always has that bell cow. And Snell came in this year. He dropped some weight, and you can really tell he did because he looked fast and quick. You know, he was out there moving, man. You know, he looked like kind of a plotter last year. He wasn't that fast. But, this year he stepped it up. He rushed on, 19 carries, 113 yards on short notice, man. So, he's ready to go.
100%.
I would honestly have Brown number 2. Snell number 2. Because I think Snell is going to have a bigger role. Brown is still in a timeshare. Brown still has all three of those backs he's dealing with. Snell doesn't. It's just Jalen Samuels out there with
I tell you what, I ain't much gonna argue with that one.
So I think
I put it like how you saying it. Like, I think Snell has a better chance to be on the field more.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna get more work, more snaps. He's gonna
Yeah.
get more snaps than I think Brown will get because they will spell out Brown.
Because even though say Brown keep doing like the super most, and the way they got it designed is, man, we got this boy acres high. Like, we got to do something with him. Like, they're not just trying to face him out. Like, old boy.
Browns, man, the Rams have so many problems on that team. For them to address a running back in the second round, that means they are going to use this man a lot because they got a lot of holes
They
on
give
that
him
team.
that shot. They're gonna try and make him that man.
They're going to make him that
As
man.
opposed to Connor, they're trying to save that man. So,
So, yeah, I'll have Snell second.
I like that.
Then next on the list, you want to talk about the next guy?
Oh, Joshua Kelly,
Yeah, buddy.
running back. LH's Chargers. Boy had 12 attempts for 60 yards and a T-Dizzle. He playing over there behind Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler had an alright little day, but hey, people were saying that Joshua Kelly might Austin Eckler, which means he might be that pass catching, second option back, taking a little bit of the money.
I see him. He's going to take that Melvin Gordon role of that offense.
Oh, you saying he gonna say Esther get back to the back seat? He gonna say Eckler get back in the back seat?
Not that severe. It's gonna be like 65, 35. But Kelly's gonna have a valuable role the rest of the season.
You saying Kelly gonna have a 35?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. All right.
Because they just paid Austin Eckler like a top flight running back, so they're gonna get him involved. Kelly, though, he's a guy you want to have on your team.
Can't never have enough running backs.
His role is going to continue to evolve throughout the year. By playoff time, you may have yourself a very solid player on your bench, possibly a flex start. Because he showed he could handle it. He had 12 for 60 and a touchdown. That's you can't really. That's good for a backup running back.
Yeah.
Especially on that team, they love to run the ball. I see him just getting better. Honestly, he's third. Brown is fourth.
I can't let you keep moving Brown down like that.
Brown
man.
is fourth to
Joshua
me.
Kelly got to say his ass right there at number 4.
Just because I think his role is secure as well. I think his role is secure throughout the season. Brown's role, I think Brown is going to...
You think Brown will get like 3 or 4 good weeks and then boom?
I think Brown going to have about 3 or 4 good weeks. He gets hurt a lot. He got hurt the last couple seasons. He had like a shoulder thing. Then he got hurt again as well. So I think Joshua Kelly is going to have that solid role, just like Hines. He's going to have a role throughout the year. So is Joshua Kelly, because Austin Eckler cannot rush the ball 25 times. He's not built like that. He's not that type of runner. So Kelly's going to be that guy that's going to get a lot of work, and he's going to have consistent work. You know, volume is king. That's just my thoughts on it. But Brown is the 4th. That's just me, you know.
I'm not moving Brown down. I know you just hit me with all these good facts and stats.
Hey, again.
But
plus they paid Brown too to stay there, you know, because the Lions put in an offer sheet for Brown and they matched it. So, you know, the Rams are high on Brown, so he may just take that job.
I move him to 3, but not 4.
Yeah. Moving along to the 5th guy. This is my boy. I want to talk about him a little bit.
Patty.
Yeah, that's Paris Campbell, man. I'm targeting this guy a lot. I'm gonna be looking for him. I think I can get him on my second waiver request.
Goddamn, he's like a fucking hunter. I'm targeting this guy a lot.
Hey, I'm gonna be going after old Paris, man. This is his 2nd year in the league. Last year he showed his toughness. He played through a lot of injuries, but he was really injury hampered throughout the year. They don't really have a number 1 with the Colts. You know, T.Y. is a good player, but he gets banged up a little bit too, and he's kind of more of a slot guy, and he's getting older. So I think this Paris Campbell, 2nd year receiver, is going to be a really good player on your team, especially if you're short at receiver.
Yeah.
You know, he had 6 catches for 71 yards.
Boys over there dropping
and
like
9
flies,
targets.
man. So, like, if you see a little flash in the pan, you gotta hop on it right now.
If I had Michael Thomas, I would be targeting Paris Campbell.
He the number 1 receiver on our list. So, and he over there with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers know what the fuck you doing.
Phillip gonna get that ball out quick.
If them boys down, he's slinging that hoe like it's Phillip Rivers, bro.
And plus, you're gonna be able to get Paris Campbell for pretty cheap. You know, you're probably gonna be able to get one of these top running backs and Paris Campbell as well. So
he's not gonna be as high as on other people's list like he is on ours.
Exactly. You know, so I think he's gonna be coming out a little bit. He's gonna be, you know, he's on these next couple weeks. He's gonna get an increased target share. It's gonna only go up from here, I believe, because he had talent coming out of college, and he showed that he can do it last year. He just had those injuries. He just got to stay healthy. That's the main thing with him. But I think he's going to be a valuable player on that offense as well.
I'll take a chance on that 100%, especially like the season going. How many injuries we gave you in week 1? Like these are. I'm not trying to just go back, but like Kittle, Landry, Lindsey, like Connor, Marlon Mack is gone, bro. Like it's getting real out there real quick.
That's not even
Michael Thomas. You took Michael Thomas probably with your 5th, 6th pick. Like, Michael Thomas is gone, bro.
Man.
You better hop on these wide receivers, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, it's about to get real out there, man.
Find a good replacement, and I hope you have some IR spots on your league, because it's just going to get worse.
Yes, Lord. So moving on to our next man, number 6, Robbie Anderson. Boy had 6 receptions, 115 yards, and a T-Dizzle, man. Boy had 24% of the target share, bro. Boy out there his first year over there in Carolina. Came over there from, what team he came from, G?
You know, he's been freed from Adam Gase.
Freed from Adam Gase. You see what you do when Adam Gase lets you go? You get 115 yards and a touchdown, bro.
Everybody it's another Adam Gase success story. Everyone that leaves that team becomes successful.
Get a little bit better, man. You know what I'm saying?
Drake, now him. Who else was there? I know there's some Parker last year. You know, everyone.
What's that cornerback? Adams.
Yeah, him. Jamal Adams.
Boys, yeah. Adam Gase is like that bad doc who ain't got no money. You can't. I can't wait till you gone. You got to free yourself of that.
I bet you New York Talk Radio just has a field day talking about that guy.
Gase show.
I would love to hear just what New York radio how they slam that guy. That shit would be funny.
Cause he go hard. We go hard on him down here in this H-Town.
Yeah, we go hard on him down here, and and people go hard on him in the media.
We don't even really get Jets game. I'm gonna be 100 with you. We probably get a Jet game every 2 years. Yeah, and we that boy got to go. But anyway, Robbie Anderson, he's always been like a high ceiling player. You know, he's a boomer bust player. You know what I'm saying? He's not consistent whatsoever, but he will give you some boom plays
He
like
may
this.
be consistent on this team.
Hey, he has a better quarterback and a better everything.
We're basing his career off of being with Adam Gase, so I would take this guy pretty high, man, too, because what if you do got just a guy that's going to give you similar numbers to this all week, every week,
You could be right, man. It's a new everything. Hey.
And plus, they can't double him, like they could over there. You got CMC in the backfield. You got
Moore.
You got DJ Moore on the other side, and you got Curtis Samuel. So, you can't really key in on just one guy. And this, Robbie Anderson's talent may just, give him that. He's getting 24% of the target share already. I can see that going up higher. So, he'll be another good player to pick up.
Yeah, man. So, moving on to the list. Your boy.
My boy, man. I told y'all he was going to be...
I told y'all.
He's going to be at 50%.
Is that your hope? Is that your top waiver warrior?
That ain't my top one as well.
Okay. All right.
He's not on a great offense, but he was the only running back in football that received 100% of his carries, of his team's carries.
What? Oh, he hit.
He was the only running back in football received 100% of his carries.
I've never heard that, bro.
Mm-hmm. He got all the groundwork. He had 16 for 62. He had one catch for 28 yards. He ended up with 90 yards on the ground. That's not bad.
At all.
He got this guy off the street. I think this guy is going to secure. James Robinson will secure his role throughout the whole year. He came out. He had a good year. A good start. I think he's just going to add on that. So get him on your team, man. Don't play him. It's a bad team, but he's going to be a nice fill-in for bye weeks. Man, you're going to be really glad you have James Robinson during bye weeks.
Or if you get one of them injuries
or you get another injury too.
He'd be a nice flex, especially like in a double flex league.
He might be a running back too for some.
If you wide receiver heavy, that boy coming as R&B too, man.
He coming in nice.
There you go. Hey, send us a check in the mail.
It's going to get to your next boy, man. Think you going to get him?
Dallas got it.
Dallas got it, man.
I hope I get him again. You never know. But, the boy Dallas got it. Tight end, Philadelphia Eagles, man. Boy came in with 8 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Boy had 21% of the target share.
From a tight end?
From a fucking tight end. As you know, most Philly players are down. Rager's down. They just got rid of...
Rager's playing.
Rager is playing.
He got one
catch.
Got
that bad shoulder, though.
He played. He got one catch for 50 yards. So.
Pardon me. I'm a little bit off.
He is playing, but... what's his name? Jeffries is still out. So...
Okay.
It's only a matter of time before D-Jax gets hurt. So, honestly, you need to get him on your team. I think he's going to be a very good tight end. Plus, they may trade Zach Ertz at the deadline.
Goddard's instantly become a top 6 tight end. Like, if he keeps it up like this, and like Carson Wentz has a good rapport with tight ends. So, like you said, if they get rid of Wentz, he gonna just take Wentz's spot, like straight the fuck up. Like,
not
no doubt about it.
Ertz.
Ertz, my bad.
Ertz take Ertz spot.
Like straight up.
He's Ertz's second favorite target. I'm sorry, he's Wentz's second favorite target.
He had 5, I believe, touchdowns last year. So like, he on that track to be like, hey, yeah, you that dude.
He is the tight end of the future. I'll tell you that.
I got him in the keeper league, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was feeling a little bit good, other night. I had him on my team. I picked him up for Antonio Brown. I had Antonio Brown. I dropped him for Goddard, and I was feeling good. I didn't read it properly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling good. I'm like, did this say it didn't go through? Well, let me let it go through. And then I reversed what the fuck I did and dropped Dallas Goddard. Now everybody wants Dallas fucking Goddard. He want him.
Yeah, he ain't coming back to you. He gone, man. Goddard is gone. Good is gone.
Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Hey, I need a tight end in that league.
We'll see, good brother. But anyway, moving on to the next man.
6 Edmonds. I've been telling y'all to get this man since jump. This man showed up and had he didn't have the best day, but he got a touchdown. He had 6 carries for 26 yards, 3 receptions for 19 yards, and a touchdown. He had 5 targets. I think just the nature of this offense, he's going to be on the field a lot. This was Drake's job. Drake is clearly the number 1 in this offense, but he's going to get some spell work. And if anything happens to Drake, you got yourself a surefire RB2 because he got that talent. He found the end zone again this week 1, and he only He only had 5 targets. 6 carries. So what's that? 6. So that's 11 touches.
You gave me 3 receptions. I got a touchdown on one of them balls.
Exactly.
Just 3 times. 1 out of 3 times I got a touchdown for.
Chase Edmonds is just another high upside guy to have on your bench, especially if you have Kenyon Drake. You should have had him.
Yeah, that should have been your super handcuff.
You got to secure that backfield. But if he's somehow still on waivers, going out there and scoop him up. He has league winner type potential.
How many leagues you got him in, G?
3 out of 5.
Guess what? I got him 1 out of 5, motherfucker. So
I go on it, man. I made it a point to scoop up all these handcuff RBs this year because I felt there's going to be a lot of injuries this year just because of the nature of the season. So some of these are starting to pan out already. I can only imagine what's going to happen in a couple weeks.
I'm sprinkling these names out here real quick.
I'm not wishing injury on nobody, but I just felt it's going to be injuries this year.
I'm going to sprinkle these little 3 or 4 names. You need to get these dudes, like, regardless if you got a spot. Alexander Madison, Chase Edmonds,
Pollard,
and motherfucking Pollard over there in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Those all got. Those.
You need to run up on them boys again. If they just out there, you need to go check that real quick.
Yeah. In that keeper league, I did that from like round 8 on.
That's what my bench is.
Boom.
All
bench
3
of them.
My bench is a whole bunch of hope. I hope the other.
That's when you got Chase Edmonds because people started seeing what I was doing. Oh, he's getting all the backup running backs. Hold up.
Let me get on to some of these. Let me get some of this candy.
Get a couple of these guys before he takes them.
Get some of this candy. Yeah. Oh, this was going down. This was hot. Okay.
So yeah, go on and get those backup running backs. They should. You do not need 3 quarterbacks on your team. You don't need 2 defenses on your team. Go on and cut those guys. Get those high upside running backs. Because like you said, this is just the first week. Next week, you never know what's going to happen. Plus, we got practices and all that. So just get those guys on your team. Beat the rush to get them on the waiver wire. That's just always good business to have them on your team already. It's like, boom, I'm good.
There you go.
I got them. But yeah, moving along to the next guy.
Oh, Russell Gage. Russell Gage came out there swinging, man. 3rd wide receiver 3 for the Falcons. Boy had 9 receptions for 114 yards.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's booming. Over there with Matty Ice, they sling the rock a lot over there in Atlanta.
One thing, they ain't gonna run it. They ain't got no reason to run it. They gonna be throwing the ball.
That's cold-blooded.
I'm pretty sure Gurley ain't showing them much in practice right now. Bang, we gotta throw this.
Gurley, I hope you're doing the most, good brother.
Fuck. Yeah, we just playing games, man. It's all fun. But yeah, I just think Gage is one of these guys that's lower on the list for me. He's the number 3 in that offense. I think he's gonna be up and down all season. This may be a good week. He's gonna probably have 2 down weeks and then be good again in week 4, something like that. I really wouldn't be too high on him. How about you?
I think as far as receivers go, there ain't too many out there. For the most part, we got like a lot of running backs.
He has a good quarterback, though. That's the main thing.
He has a damn good quarterback in the offense, like my brother said, where they throw it a lot. So, yeah, like if somebody's having a down week, okay, I put
he's
like this.
He's going to be good for bye weeks.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good bye week fill-in.
Yeah, like Julio Jones, he's known for getting a lot of yards and not that many touchdowns. So, hey, that boy might come through with a couple T-Dizzles for you and, a couple yards. Like, I think he'll be a good flex if you're down on wide receivers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Moving along to the next man, your boy.
Jared McKinnon, man. I'm glad he got back on the field, man. It's been a long road back for him, man.
Long time.
Long road, man. He had 3 rushes for 24 yards, and he had 5 receptions. He had 5 catches, 20 yards, and a touchdown. Glad to see him get in that end zone. I had a feeling he was going to have a bounce back week. I was kind of high on him the last time we were talking. I think he can carve out a nice little role in this offense. I think Tevin Coleman is kind of going to get bumped down, and he's going to take his spot. Because I think he's better than Coleman at this point in their careers.
100%. I agree with everything you fucking just said.
I would rather have him than Coleman on my team.
That boy, they've been putting a lot of faith into this boy. We ain't seen him in a long time. Whenever I think of something like that, it's just like, man, the boy got to have hella potential. You know what I'm saying? For them to put that much time and effort into a running back. So, yeah.
They gave him time, man. 2 years, injuries. Man, they gave him plenty of time. He got to be a good person in that locker room, too.
Yeah, man.
To keep him around that long.
Yeah, man.
So I think he's
It's a get cut.
gonna
quick
be
league.
quickly. Yeah, get cut quickly.
So
you know?
like, yeah, man, I run with that boy right there all day. Especially like if you deep running back, or if you really need a running back, you're just taking a shot. I think it's a run heavy offense, and that boy, if he can stay healthy, man, it might be the first time we really see him do something.
Plus Kittle may be more hurt than they're letting on too, so he may get even more work in that backfield. You know,
Yeah,
he can start, getting those targets bumped up to 8 or 9 targets a game. He starts getting that. He's a weekly starter at that point. But yeah, moving along to the next guy.
OG Corey Davis, man.
Corey Davis, man, boy, man, is it Halloween, man? Because he came from the dead, boy. Man, I thought that boy was done.
I ain't heard that boy name since he broke like the 40 time a few years ago.
Hey,
Corey Davis came out swinging, 7 receptions, 101 yards. Boy had 8 targets out there, man. I watched that game.
It was like a man motivated, man. I seen this man has like the worst hands. Like he used to get targeted. That shit came off his hands a lot. And last night I seen fucking Vrabel. He went up to him and said, "Hey, good job." He's like, I didn't catch it with your hands, man. He had to call him out on that shit. Like, you did a good job there, man.
You did a good job doing your job.
He did a good, because most of the time I've seen him let the ball come into
stone
his
hands
face.
or some shit.
He never just catches that hoe, man. But he did that a lot that game.
Damn, dog.
You can see that he's put into a lot. He put a lot of work into his game this last offseason. They did not pick up his 5th-year option, so he's a free agent next year. So, and then plus they came in, then they got A.J. Brown. He came out there last year.
Booming.
That probably put like a real fire under him. So he came out. This guy was the 5th pick in the draft. So he has the he has
Couple
the draft.
years ago.
He has the draft capital. So the talent is there. I got to see it for another week. I don't think there's enough target volume in that offense to go out there and really get him. But
you gotta let me know.
so wait and
it's
see.
real first.
Yeah, you gotta let me know it's real first. I'm not trusting it yet. You?
Nah.
Honestly, I think too. AJ Brown is banged up. I think he's a little banged up right now. So I think with another week, AJ Brown will get healthier and he'll start getting those targets back on his side.
Corey Davis go off for 3 weeks. I'm pretty
He
sure.
might be gone by then.
Think?
If he goes off again next week, he's gonna be higher on my
If he
list.
goes up 2 weeks, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Back-to-back weeks, I'll go on and start thinking about picking him up. But
It's gonna be
Corey
dudes
Davis,
already
you
thought.
burned me too many times already, sir.
I think that's how I feel too.
So I'm not. I would rather let somebody else have them problems.
That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't
Yeah.
yam me a few times, so I'm
It's
kind
like
of cautious.
And he might. I've heard this from a couple people. He may be this year's Devontae Parker. He may have just put it all together. Devontae Parker put it all together in his 5th season in the league. Corey Davis is in his 5th year as well. So it might be the case. If Corey Davis has a Devontae Parker type of year, that's a wide receiver too.
Yeah. I think
That's
so
the thing.
Once again, watch out for that second week. If you don't get him this week, watch out for next week. If he boom next week,
Because I got a feeling he's gonna still be out there in a couple
scoop him
weeks.
quick. That's why I said third
He's
week
gonna
at
be
first.
out there in a couple weeks because people are gonna be like,
But don't go past the third. If he give you another touchdown or like 80 yards next week, you might want to do that.
If you're really hurting at receiver, if you had like Thomas and Galladay, Thomas and Evans, I would probably take a harder look at Corey Davis.
If you lost your wide receiver too, then you might want to take a look at all these wide receivers we're talking about, especially Corey Davis. All right,
But
moving along. Oh, my
Corey
bad.
Davis has the highest draft capital of any of these guys drafted, and he's the oldest. So he may he's been hurt. This may just be the year that he put it all together, man.
You never know.
But yeah, moving along to the next guy,
I ain't much gonna waste my time. That's your boy. You do your thing on that boy.
N'Keal Harry. He had
Preach on him.
35% of the target share. He didn't have the greatest game, but I think he's the best receiver in that offense. It's another guy. Keep your eye on. I'll put him on your watch list. He may not get added too much unless it's a extremely deep league, but the Patriots need a number 1 receiver, and 35% target share shows that they want to get him involved. So yeah, with him, just keep your eye out on him.
The target share sounds nice, man, but I don't know. It's too much newness going on over there with me before I just hop on him. Yeah.
Plus, I think they're playing Monday night too, so we'll have a good look at them. I think if it's not prime time, if it's not Monday night, they have a prime time game.
We'll see.
But yeah, moving along to the next guy,
Jamison Crowder. Boy, had 7 receptions for 115 yards. Had 1 T Dizzle. Boy also had 39% of the target share, which ain't too bad.
This is just a shitty team with a good receiver. This is the shitty team needs to throw the ball to somewhere, and that guy is Jamison Crowder.
Again, huh?
Yep, it's Jamison Crowder. I would not get this man in a standard league. If I was in a PPR league, I'll pick him up. But again, Jamison Crowder is not a guy I want.
He's number 14 on the list. He ain't
14
top 10 on the list.
He's a Jet. He's kind of.
See what's happening with the Jets.
He's getting older.
I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just stating facts over here.
Yeah. Crowder's one of them guys. You're not excited to play him at all. He's just kind of one of them boring
You
players.
dropped the words "not excited" into a man's
He's just one of them
bio, bro. Not excited.
He's one of them boring players you get, man. But he's consistent. He's a PPR beast. If you play in three receiver leagues, he's really worth getting. But I want to trot him out there as my number 2.
I'm laughing looking at the next name.
Peterson.
Say it
AP
again.
all day.
Say it
all
one more
day.
time.
All day. Adrian Peterson.
What has he done?
14 for 93. He didn't get a touchdown, but he had 93 yards, man. This man has been doing it for a long time.
Adrian Peterson's probably like our age.
He's probably he's probably about our age.
And he's out
I think he's older than us, to be honest with you.
running that rock.
I think he's 36, somewhere 36, 37. But yeah, honestly, with this here, I don't want Peterson on my team. He's gonna be one of them guys that goes in and out. He's gonna be okay. But if I had Kerryon Johnson on my team, I would cut him. Kerryon is just cuttable. I'm not dealing with it. I drafted him in the 8th round, like a couple months back before they got before Peterson got signed. I'm just gonna cut him. Try to get one of these guys that are on this list above him.
What you gonna do if you got that boy Swift?
Swift's a hold, but Swift is good. Swift has his role. I think the signing of Peterson is more of a indictment on Kerryon than it is Swift, because Swift is a different type of back. Peterson and Kerryon are kind of similar backs, but Peterson's a much better running back.
I guess.
So yeah, if you have Kerryon, drop him. I'm not keeping him. He's not worth holding. Let somebody else get those 2 points or that 1 point. Yeah.
All right, so move along to the list. Alan Lazard, the Lizard. Boy had over there his wide receiver.
We were talking about this guy too, man.
We're talking about the motherfucker
The Lizard
too.
King.
The Lizard King. If y'all don't know, it's a wide receiver out there in Green Bay. Oh, side note, Aaron Rodgers went the fuck off the other day. That boy had like 4 touchdowns. That shit was some straight edge of the sideline, looking at you, slang it right there.
My week because of him.
Same here. I played dude. That nigga Aaron Rodgers had like a 40 piece or some shit on me.
And getting him where you got him, you have a stacked team. He was going in like the 10th, 11th round. You get it, Rodgers, and then you have a stacked ass team on top of that. Whew, that's hard to beat.
Aaron Rodgers in a double flex league, and you got him like in 11th round. Oh, you straight balling. You better be.
Dude, I'm playing. Got him for $2. The cool part is I was out of money, and I put the nomination on there for $1. And sure enough, old buddy stepped in and took him from me. I wanted Aaron Rodgers on my team because I knew he was going to have a fucking fuck you year to the whole league, especially to the Packers. So yeah.
Oh shit, man!
He swooped in and took him from me because I didn't have that extra $1.
He took your milk money.
He took my milk money, and then he beat me this week. See, he even fucked me up even more. I knew he was going to have a good year, but it is what it is.
I didn't think he was going to come in and whoop me.
He laid it down, boy. That shit. Moving along to the next guy. We got Scanlon, MVS. He had 4 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. He had 6 targets.
Wide receiver for the same team.
Wide receiver on the same team. I think all 3 of these guys are going to be very valuable to have. Rodgers may have an MVP type season this year.
They drafted the dude who was supposed to take his spot.
Yeah,
and he's still there thinking he's cold as fuck and then somebody was better than the dudes that they fucking drafted.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't give me no offensive weapons. You drafted the dude saying that he gonna take my spot, and then the other dude who was just chilling is better than him. Oh, I'm about to hit y'all with no Vaseline.
Oh man, they rejected my trade offer.
Uh,
I tried to get Lev Bell for my defense. You
that's
gotta
disrespect on the hoodie.
you gotta throw them offers out there sometimes. You never know. Just throw them little jabs.
You a whole ass nigga. All right, move along to Mike Williams. Mike Williams, receiver for the Chargers. Boy had 4 receptions out of 9 targets, 69 yards. Boy had 32% of the
32% of the target share. That's
I've been drinking a lot. I'm very sorry.
man.
Had a brain slip.
Anyway, Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams is going to continue to become a better player. You know, he's been looking better than Keenan Allen at this point. I think that may continue, man. He's a monster out there on that field, and he came back quick. He had 32% of the target share. That's a nice size volume right there.
He needs to get them touchdowns up from last year. I know he had over 1,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Like
but he had
1,009
like 14
yards.
like 2 years ago.
That was a couple years ago. You know,
That was 2 years ago.
I'm saying though, he needs to get
I
them up
know.
from last year. Like the year
He had
before.
1,000 yards on like fucking 40 catches.
I know he cold. I'm just saying.
I know. It's
Can
like,
I'm saying the nigga's cold. He just need to get them dizzles up. And he'll be
if he
all
can
right.
put it all together, he'll be a top 20 receiver, man.
Probably 15.
Yeah.
If he get double digits touchdowns, he like these boys dropping. Yeah, he might creep into that 10 ski.
Yeah, go on and keep an eye out on him, man. Last guy of the list.
Oh no, I'm not saying his name out loud.
Devontae Freeman. He said he's narrowed down his teams to 4.
This is who I want to play for.
Honestly, I would pick him up. Nobody's going to get him now. But what if he signed to the Steelers? What if he signed to the Colts? You know, what if he goes to one of these teams, the Jets? You know, he goes to the Jets, he'll be valuable. He'll have a role. What you need to do is just scoop him up, drop your kicker or your defense. Drop one of them guys until Sunday. If he doesn't sign, do it early. But go and pick him up. If he doesn't have a team by like Friday, Saturday night, cut him, pick up your defense or your kicker, and then rinse and repeat. Keep on doing that every waiver wire until he finds a job. Because I think he may end up in a good landing spot.
Oh shit.
Just because of the nature of everything that's going on right now. You know, it's going to be a crazy year, and he's a free agent RB. He's looking for the right situation, and I think in the right situation he can be a flex value.
He's on 100% different pace than I am. Devontae Freeman has let me down a few times.
I just think he's had time to get healthy, man. Plus he's out the league now. You know, I'm pretty sure he wants to get that one last payday, so he's kind of working extra hard to get back to where he was, you know. So, and then if he gets a good landing spot, man.
It would depend on that. It would have to be like it would have to be it.
You would have to get him before the landing spot, though. That's my whole thing. You know, you want to avoid that because
he's number 19 on the list. This is rolling the dice for the rent money.
I'm just saying, drop your kicker and pick him up. He may sign with the team on Friday, and then boom, you got other problems to worry about. But you'll have, you'll skip. You're skipping ahead of the line, pretty much.
He's saying hit him with them whole moves to get Devontae Freeman, and don't worry about that kicker later.
Kicker is irrelevant. It won me a championship, but
unless you tie with him, man.
It's easily
It may
replaceable.
be tied with him. You should have cooked them field goals.
Kickers are head cases, man. So hey, drop that kicker. Get yourself maybe a RB2 on his good weeks. So I think Devontae has a little bit left in the tank. He's just looking for the right situation.
All right,